What's up, everybody? My name is Frederick Douglass Bussey. I am the founder of Icon Status. I'm super excited to be here with you today. And today we're going to be talking about a really important topic: why being a great entrepreneur requires you to be a great leader. Let's go to work. Okay, so the other day, I asked the question on social media. I asked people, does being a great entrepreneur mean you have to be a great leader? And I was kind of surprised by a lot of the responses that people were giving out, because many people were saying that's not necessarily necessary. You can be a great entrepreneur, you can build a successful business without having to be a great leader. Today, I want to talk about why I have found that not to be true, and why, when we're working with our clients, uh, we help them to understand the power of their leadership in terms of growing their business. If you've ever listened to John Maxwell, he talks about in his book 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. He talks about the fact that we that there is the law of the lid, right? And so essentially, if you want to look at your business as a container, right, which has levels, and let's say that these lines represent lids, right? So your business will only be able to grow to the point at which you, the leader, can let off the lid. Why is this important? And I'm going to give you a few more examples to kind of talk about this. Because if you are ever seeing yourself stagnant or stuck in your business, it's typically because you are not able to lead people in the way that you need to be able to do so. So I'm going to explain it like this, right? In terms of business leadership, you need to be able to do two things, right? Leadership, as one of my mentors and John Maxwell talks about, leadership is influence. That's roughly spelled right, influence. One of the biggest challenges that we face when we are trying to grow our businesses is understanding this concept. Why? Because when we're talking about building momentum in our businesses, right, it requires three things. It requires that we have the right mindset. It requires us to be able to build influence. And we have to be able to create leverage. We need these three things to be able to generate momentum in our businesses. Leadership equals influence, and that's one of the greatest aspects of influence. It's synonymous, but it's just one aspect of it. Why is influence so important? Because when you want to be able to grow your business, you have to be able to do two things. You have to be able to create belief. People have to believe that you and your business can deliver a certain result, a certain outcome for them. They have to be able to do that. If they don't, they won't buy. If they don't buy, they don't become a customer, they don't become a client, you can't grow your business. You're stuck, you're stagnant. And so your ability to generate belief in other people is essentially important. You have to be able to generate belief in two areas. One, in yourself, and two, in others. It has to exist in one of these two planes. It has to exist actually in both for you to be able to grow, but it has to exist first here and then second here. The reason why it has to exist in yourself, and people always say this, like, you have to believe in yourself, have to believe in yourself, right? Whatever it takes to be able to do that. You have to be able to influence yourself on a consistent basis to be able to create a certain outcome. And then you have to be able to turn around and generate that belief in others. Now, it has to go this way first, because you can never get from people something that you do not yourself have. And people can never affirm in you something that you do not have. So if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in your product, your service, your business, your ability to create an outcome, you're not going to be able to generate that in others. And if you can't generate that in others, they can't affirm it in you. You won't be able to continue to grow and expand yourself. A lot of times what people are looking for is they're looking for confidence as a result, right? And confidence is not a requirement. It is a result of action. And so what we have to do is we have to learn how to be able to influence ourselves to think the right way in terms of mindset, to be able to create the right results and then be able to influence other people with those results. And what does that influence look like? Well, when you're a leader and you're hiring employees, influence looks like being able to attract the right people to your company to be able to create those outcomes. Influence looks like being able to train them in the right way, to articulate a vision so that they can in turn around and give that outcome to your customers or your clients. It looks like being able to train other leaders so they can in fact do those same things for you, so that you are not trying to train 1, 10, 100, 1,000 people yourself, but you are able to create or replicate that level of leadership or find others at that level of leadership to be able to do the same thing for your employees, your contractors, your vendors, your clients, and your customers. And so the leadership starts with you, and then it must be transferred to others. You have to be able to influence others around this concept of belief. What is it that that they need to be able to believe to accomplish the things that they can accomplish? Many entrepreneurs skip over this because they feel like, well, I just need to learn how to sell something or to build something. Or if they have a great idea, the idea will in and of itself be able to create and generate so much momentum. And that will be their pathway to wealth, to freedom, to impact in the world. And the fact of the matter is that until you can influence yourself, you cannot influence others. And if you cannot influence others, you cannot grow your business. If your business is stuck, it's probably because one of those things is lacking. Your ability to lead others, to influence them, to create belief in yourself and in others is the key. So I want to ask you, drop in the comments below. If you're watching this live on replay, make sure that you can drop that comment. I'd love to be able to answer that for you. And to see what your thoughts are. What are you discovering as you listen to this video? How are you finding areas or are there areas in your business, even in your personal life, where you can grow as a leader, where you can start to adopt more powerful thinking, a more powerful perspective in terms of how you can impact people and be able to grow them as well. So hopefully this has been valuable for you. If you're watching this on LinkedIn or Facebook, then I'd love for you to be able to drop a comment, drop a hashtag replay if you're watching this later on instead of live. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share this with others that might find it valuable as well. As always, I'm Frederick Douglass Bussey, and we're here to share with you all the valuable information we can to support you in your journey of turning your sandcastle into a skyscraper. I'm Frederick Douglass Bussey. This has been Icon Status Whiteboard Session Ever Forward.